everybody, it's me. I thought I'd do a video kind of talking less about where I'm at right now and more about what it's like. Today I'm going to post this blog as how I'm feeling. The question I get overwhelmingly, and it comes from two different camps, two different sides of the aisle, is how are you feeling? On one side, you have those who think, well, clearly you must feel fantastic 100% of the time, every day of your life, you must feel amazing. On the other side of the aisle, you have those who think, well, you must feel, pretty awful because you've had all this stuff done, so how are you feeling? Both sides of the coin here, they have what's, they have what's best for me in mind, but they're both completely wrong. Let me start with the people who think that I should feel fantastic all the time. Name me one human being in the history of time that feels 100% fantastic every single day. Not just every single day, but every single moment of every single day. It is physically impossible. The human body is a very complex machine. Just like any machine, it requires fuel, it requires oil, it requires energy. And sometimes things break. Sometimes, there's air in the line, or the fuel tank's empty, or something broke. So sometimes sometimes I don't feel good, like anybody. Never mind the fact that my insides are way different than somebody else's because of the surgery. I mean, I have 70% less stomach than your average John Doe, and my intestines have been scrambled around with a stick, basically. So everything in there is weird. Add to the fact that I had irritable bowel syndrome before the surgery, or IBS, which is just what it sounds like. My intestines were grumpy, basically, is the best way to put it. I would eat something fatty, greasy, not so good for me, and my stomach would let me know about it in all kinds of nasty ways. Granted, it's gotten a lot better since my surgery. I still have stomach issues on just about a weekly basis, daily basis, really. The difference now being that I can go on either side of the spectrum. So on one day, I may have eaten too much fat, and I have exactly what I had before, which, to hazard a FYI here, or a TMI here, it's diarrhea, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times a day. It's unpleasant, it hurts, stomach cramps are ridiculous, and it is what it is. Other days on the other side of the spectrum that I do get now, I didn't used to get before, I can be constipated and not go for a week. And then you feel like a ginormous, bloated whale. And I don't know if you've ever experienced that, but that's almost worse than being in the bathroom 15 times in an hour, because nothing is moving and you're just getting bigger and bigger, and you have all of this built up in there and you can't do anything with it, and it hurts and you just feel bleh. I don't really know, to be honest, which I prefer. I'm one of those weird people. I don't like going to the bathroom. I don't like it. It's gross. It disgusts me, but it is what it is. It's a bodily function. So I don't know which I prefer. Not being able to go or going 1,000 times. I don't know. When those days happen, I take my probiotic every day to help avoid it. I take Colace or whatever, and then I purposely take stuff in that I know is going to upset my stomach. Starbucks Frappuccinos, really greasy McDonald's, stuff that I know is going to get it to go. When it goes the other way, it just is what it is, and it'll eventually ease up. So, there's that. My stomach aside, there are times when I just feel run down and beaten up, and I'm not sure what it's from. Today I know it's daylight saving time, because let's face it, that messes with anybody. But I also have a seizure disorder. I am an epileptic. I take Depakote. I take 3 tablets twice a day for the equivalent of 750 milligrams twice a day, which is enough to knock out a full-grown rhino if you didn't have anything wrong with you. And it makes me sleepy sometimes. On top of that, I'm getting up at 4 in the morning, 4 days a week. And I've done that for a year. And no matter how early you go to bed, getting up at 4 a.m., it hurts. It's painful. And yes, the reason why I'm getting up at 4 a.m., it's a good thing. But it's the act of getting out of bed that hurts. I mean, yeah, working out, exercising the way I am, I have a ton of energy. But at the end of the day, or after I've gotten up at 4 a.m. for 3 or 4 days in a row, I start dragging ass. And I don't know who wouldn't, because let's face it, you're getting up at 4 a.m. before light, before anybody's awake. And that's psychotic. I never thought I'd see the day. Because of my epilepsy, I get headaches sometimes. Because of my epilepsy, I get auras. I see things, like little sparkles. I get migraines from the epilepsy, so I get those weird aura, sparkly, looking through the mirage thing. I don't know if you've ever had a migraine or if you've ever had anything like that, but that kind of makes you feel kind of shitty. Sometimes my pain is bad. While it is true the majority of my pain has gone into parts unknown, I do still have arthritis. My knees and my hips are by the worst. In fact, I got a cortisone injection in my left hip about a month ago, which helped a little bit. But let's face it, I was carrying around a full-grown person on my back. I was 2 of me, and I carried that for 30 years. I have damaged my joints in ways that will never be the same. I have trouble, I still can't squat down, you do the CSI squat, I still can't squat without holding on to things. I can't lay in my bed on my hips without a pillow between my legs. I mean, it's all of these things that the excess weight did. So yeah, sometimes I'm in pain. I have a back issue, not my lower back anymore, thank you. My upper back and my neck are pretty much screwed. Again, the weight. Also because I don't handle stress really well. And so the more exercise I get, the higher my shoulders sit. Until I've just totally screwed up my upper back. And so some days it's better than others, not gonna lie. Some days it hurts a lot. Like right now, it's kind of hurting. So that addresses that side of the camp. The other side of the camp, how are you feeling? Because I knew a friend of a nephew of a former roommate. They had the surgery and they felt so bad they ended up dying, and they had all of these things and they had to have a feeding tube. And all right, I'm gonna lay it out for you. Nobody has the same reaction to surgery as the next person. Me, and hypothetically, if I had a twin, say my twin Jane, me and Jane could have had the same surgery. I could be ridiculously successful and do the same thing that Jane did, but Jane has a complication and dies. No surgery is without risk. No surgery is guaranteed any kind of result. Tonsillectomies can be just as dangerous as what I did. The reason for this is because, as I said in the beginning of this, we all have our own physiological things. We have our own little planets in here, our own ecosystems within our body, and everything acts on its own individually. So what happens to me isn't going to happen to my neighbor, or vice versa. Just because you know somebody or know of somebody that knows somebody who had a surgery and they were terrible with it and they had 19,000 complications, ended up with a feeding tube, doesn't mean that's going to happen to me. For a multitude of reasons. One, with my epilepsy, I got really good at listening to what my body is telling me. My body is telling me that you're not getting enough protein, so you know what? I'm going to start downing protein shakes. My body is telling me that something is wrong, I'm going to the doctor. I listen, because if you listen close to what your body tells you, it'll tell you when something's wrong. You just have to listen. So having said that, as much as I appreciate people on that side of the camp who will think, clearly I'm going to die, and that they're, I appreciate their well wishes and their, are you okay kind of mentality, I promise, I'm okay. I'm not going to die. I've made it out this far. I'm good. My hair is starting to grow back. My skin is good. I don't have any skin breakdown. And aside from the basic everyday not feeling so great, I feel fine. we all have questions that people ask us. The new mother with the baby, or me with the weight loss, or whatever. Anybody who's had anything happen to them, we all have questions that we don't like answering. I don't mind telling someone what the surgery is. I don't mind telling them my struggles. I don't mind telling them how it went and where I'm at now. I don't even really mind answering the question, how I'm feeling, how I'm doing. But I don't like answering it 19 times. I've had someone that I've worked with ask me every time I see them how I feel. And it's not just the question of, well, how today, how are you doing today? How you doing? No, it's directly related to the surgery. How are you feeling? How is the surgery doing for you? I bet you feel great. And it's this way every time I see them. Fortunately, I don't see them every day, but I can tell you that gets really old really quick. So, for me, which I know again, as I pointed out earlier, it's not the same for everybody. No, my pet peeve's not the same as somebody else's. I don't mind if you inquire how I'm doing. I don't even mind if you inquire once in a while how I'm feeling after surgery. What I do mind is needing to defend myself against, well, this day I might not be feeling so hot, but why don't you feel fantastic? You should feel fantastic. Or, oh, I feel pretty good. Are you sure? Because, you're looking a little peaky and, you just... Take me at my word. I feel fine, and stop asking. Because trust me, I'm not a shy person. If I don't feel good, I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you, I kind of feel yucky today. I'm just going to stay home. I'm not shy about that. I am very vocal when I don't feel good because I'm a big old baby. Let's just face it. So that's this post. To give you a little update on the rest of my life, because I can't do a vlog and not do that. I went shopping today and I bought a new body stocking thing. Those are great. As far as pant sizes, because of the skin around my midsection, I'm between a 12 and a 14. Although in stretchy jeans, I actually found a size 11. I didn't even know they made size 11s, but there you go, that I fit into. Yeah, I found that I really do enjoy shopping. The only thing I hate is taking off my shoes. Usually when I intend to go shopping, I'll wear slip-on shoes, but because I didn't intend to go shopping, I went to a birthday party. I wore my lovely, lovely tennis shoes, which are kind of a pain in the butt to get on and off in a fitting room. So, all right, well, that's it for today. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment. I promise I will do the medication post soon. I just have to find all my old medications, because what I want to do is show you the medications I took before and medications I take now, so you can kind of see how that has improved. Yeah, and that's it. Have a good day. If you're here in California, and you're anywhere where I am, know that it's pouring out there, so try to stay dry. If you're somewhere where it's snowing, stay inside with some hot chocolate and a blankie and binge watch Supernatural or Orange is the New Black or something and stay warm. If you're somewhere where it's tropical and it's warm and you're within walking distance of a beach, for the love of everything holy, please put on a bathing suit, go lay in the warm sand, and drink a margarita for me. All right? Have a good day, and I will see you next time.